Welcome, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat. Thank you. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, I want to remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Touray.
Good afternoon.
You are welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes, you may proceed from where you stopped, Officer, today regarding the problems with respect to the contract.
May I first tender the restructuring uh, report?
Please come again.
The restructuring report.
Yes, yeah, please.
Yeah, can I submit?
We apply the restructuring report addressed to the Lord Mayor, Vice the Council from the Chief Executive Officer into evidence and exhibit.
A letter dated the 9th of August 2021 with reference 44/BCC/148/ in brackets 1 /volume 1. It is addressed to the Lord Mayor Banjul City Council with the caption restructuring exercise. It is signed by the CEO. It is addressed to the acting director of admin, Director of Finance, Director of Planning and Development, Manager, Cleansing Services, Overseer, Cleansing Services, all councillors, Chairman, Establishment Committee, Chairman, Finance Committee, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Local Government and Lands, and a file copy is maintained. This document is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/KT/005.
As Commissioner, please. Yes, student, please proceed.
Yes, as I was explaining about Jaloprom, I think the Lot 3 and Lot 4, the contract was signed in around December or thereabout. And when he started, he was having a team that was doing the work for him. Around December, January, February, he lost all the team.
He lost?
His team completely disappeared.
How?
I don't know what happened. Maybe when I spoke to the site supervisor, according to him, he said Jalokoran was supposed to pay him some money.
Okay.
He owed him almost 2 months. He didn't pay him. So the head messenger also told me the same thing, that Jalokoran refused to pay him. Because he said council need to pay him another 30%, of which he was not supposed to get if he didn't reach the stage that he was supposed to reach. So there he submitted a request for 30% for the second payment. At that time, he did not even complete the first phase at all, because there was a building E to be touched. I think building H also to be done. But as I said before, he get knowing very well and doors has to be widened. So he demolished all of them to make sure that they're open up. He started the drain 2 is not completed. Started behind defense got collapsed. he was supposed to be there. In the front end also, the construction was doing work in line with based on document. So we should remove them and do it again all. So this was issue. He stayed away from the site almost for, I think, for a month. No, the whole of March. I think it's within March, whole of March. About 3 weeks. His workers were not on site. So shortly, when we called him on a meeting engagement, he came and he started explaining that he couldn't continue the works because he has some constraint. I think at some time, at some point, for financial bailout. All these documents are here with me.
Do you have the letter? Let me see.
Yeah, yeah.
We apply to send a letter from Jalan Kolong. Sorry, from Banjul City Council.
I think that's the letter he need.
Yes, from BCC,
Yeah, this is the letter from him.
addressed to Jalan Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction, with the subject application for financial bailout on the Crab Island refurbishment projects. Replying to a letter dated the 27th of June 2022, addressed to the BCC.
It's dependent because hold on, yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
We apply to have both letters, we apply to have these documents to evidence and marked as exhibit.
A letter dated the 27th of June 2022. The letter emanated from Jallo Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction. It is addressed to CEO through the Director of Planning Department. It has the caption Application for Financial Bailout on the Crab Island Refurbishment Projects. It is signed by Alassana Sisi and it is copied to the project consultants. The second document is a letter dated the 12th of July 2022. The letter emanated from Banjul City Council. It has reference 46 Ostend stroke EU stroke BCC stroke 73 in brackets 1 stroke volume 1. It is addressed to Jalong Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction and it has the caption Application for Financial Bailout on the Crab Island Refurbishment Projects. The letter is signed by the CEO of Banjul City Council. It is copied to the Lord Mayor BCC, Director of Planning and Development, Project Manager Stroke Coordinator EU, Crab Island Coordinator, and Project Supervisor Stroke Consultant, and a file copy is maintained. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/KT/006.
As the commission places. So what was that financial bailout for?
There is some attachment onto it.
Mr. Bojan.
Yes, please proceed.
Please.
It reads application for financial bailout on the Crab Island refurbishment projects. Alasan Sise, CEO of Jalal Kolong, the trading enterprise, hereby write to inform you that I have financial issues relating to my project at the Crab Island refurbishment works. I have I have problems paying my workers and suppliers to continue the work on the site. Thus, I hereby request for your intervention to the completion of the project in the form of paying my workers and suppliers directly from the balance of the project funds for the project to be completed. This is to say, from the current stage of the project to its completion, be managed by the council. For the ease of your intervention, the details of my workers that will be needed to be on the ground and the materials that will be required for the completion of the works are given in the table on the preceding pages. I do hope that you'll find in order. Anyways, so was this did council pay him money for this?
No, that was why when he requested his second payment for 30%, I strictly recommended that he is not going to be paid.
Why?
Because he has not completed the first stage. And at the same time, I have been meeting with people at the site who are pursuing him for payments, some on materials, some on the wages. So when I got his application for the second payment, I said, no, it is not going to happen. Then he made a follow-up request. There I called him on a meeting together with the committee of Crab Island, and we engaged him all in the geared towards helping him to make sure that he completes his work and get his money away.
He was the one who was paid 2.2 million altogether for 40%, and still did not complete.
No, he was paid 20% first.
Yes, 2.2 million.
Then later he was paid another 20%.
Yes.
When he was requesting for 30%.
That's for lot 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yeah. The amount paid to him was $2.2 million.
Yeah, something like that.
And when you did your evaluation, you found out that The
He is way behind.
way behind.
Way behind progress.
So considering the amount of money that was paid.
Exactly so.
Is this the contractor that you said you did not think that he would have won the
Yes.
okay, and GPA still went ahead and asked.
Yes, still went ahead. And I have all the documents here from GPA, the correspondence we had with them.
May I please see those?
Engagement meeting we had with him on site, together with the warning letters, and we have conducted a special site valuation of the works he has done against the
Do you have that here?
I have all
Okay, please.
What do you put it in the file?
Okay, you can take this for the meantime. Let me look at the other one.
What? 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 What is wrong? What's this is not awesome. But some calls following this. One yeah, something else. You said today you have too many documents for the communications with Jalakon. You have? So we will have a cover note for that, for the file.
Yeah,
We have a cover note for the file.
I can do that, yes.
Can we work that with Mr. Camera?
It's possible.
Now, was the contract terminated? How did you end with the contractor?
It's all definition and everything is all there. In fact, we have several engagement with GBA at the head office.
So why do you think
Together with him.
Why do you think it was still recommended to be given the contract by GBA? Put into consideration all the issues you have raised with about Jalanko.
I wouldn't know because there come a time when we had a meeting at the head office there,
Yes.
and all the senior officers were present. Mr. Tamura, Mr. Sanyang, and another 4 officers. They were all senior officers from the GBA. I think it took hours of meeting. It was very tough until Mr. Sanyang has to be sent out of the hall.
Why?
Yeah, for me, I definitely suspected that he was on the side of Jalokon very well.
He was on the side of
Jalokon, on the contractor.
Okay.
Definitely. I have to be very honest. I even said it there.
So now you see why you were told or communicated to you. Even GPA sometimes would appear to have to be conspiring or having some kind of
Yes, I totally agree.
contractors or the area contract.
I totally agree because for this guy, I could remember one time when there was a day, in fact, after receiving this financial letter from Bella from him, I took the letter and wrote to GBA, attached his letter and sent to GBA.
Yes. Okay.
The letter reached at GBA, I think, around 2 o'clock. Before 4 o'clock, this guy has written a reply letter. How did he know?
Before 4.
Yeah, I think the same day or the following day.
Okay. So you are suggesting that they also will normally have their contacts at GBA?
No, they have.
They have.
They have. Because initially when we did the evaluation, I told you some documents were missing for him to be qualified. But later when this document reached at GBA, when we done the evaluation again,
Okay.
he was the most responsive guy.
Very well. Now the stores, the storage facilities, that's number 9, $1.5 million estimate.
Which one? I think we discussed all that already.
Number 8 is the abattoir. We have number 9, the storage facilities.
Yeah, you already said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. So for the EU project, we have the planting of the coconut trees and the inner city trees. How was this procurement done?
Sorry, before that, what about the progress reports? The progress reports, Krabalan. You need to.
Do you have them?
Yes, yeah.
Maybe please. We apply to tender the work progress report. The first is June 2023. We have one for these 2 for December 2023 to be admitted into evidence and marked accordingly. We also have April to May 2022.
The Eco Farm construction main hall lot 1 of the former Crab Island Upper Basic School, uh, which is evaluation of the completed works, and this is submitted by Usman Job, and it's dated December 2023. The refurbishment stroke rehabilitation of former Crab Island School at Imam Omar Sow Avenue stroke Box Bar Road, Banjul. Work progress special report, June 2023. It is done by Usman Job, Jabang Housing Estate, West Coast Region. The refurbishment stroke rehabilitation of former Crab Island School, work progress report, August to December 2023. And the final one is the second work progress report on the refurbishment stroke rehabilitation of former Crab Island School at Imam Umar Street Avenue stroke Boxbar Road in the city of Banjul by Banjul City Council stroke Austin City Link stroke EU, April to May 2022 by Usman Job, Jabang Housing Estate, West Coast Region. These four documents are admitted in evidence as exhibit and they are marked as LGC/BCC/Katim/007.
As the commission places. Yes, so the coconut trees are and the inner city trees.
Yeah. What about that?
How did you award the contracts? And who did you award these contracts?
No, for the inner city, what I know about the inner city is I sometimes work with Peter. That was at the initial stage of the um, preparation of the concept note to identify the potential areas for tree planting within the districts of Banjul.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, but I did not have the opportunity to supervise the implementation of the trees.
Did you take part in appointing or awarding the contract?
No, no, no.
You did not.
That was under the dog Banjul. But for the coconuts, that one there was a tender also for the coconuts,
Okay.
the supply of coconuts.
Do you know Omar Budi?
Yes, I know one.
I believe he supplied and installed some LED lights.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he sign a contract with you people?
No, there was no contract.
How was he identified?
I think there was the need to replace some water outlets in Banjul
Yes.
at that time.
Right.
So three companies were identified
Right.
for them to bring in samples. I could remember LED Light Solution installed two samples around the arch.
Yes. Yes.
Then Omar Pitik also gave two lights
Yes.
installed at Moscow.
Right.
Then the other company, was it? I couldn't remember the name of the other company. But for him, he said he could not bring out two samples. If not paid, the samples he has to bring need to be paid. So otherwise he will not be able to bring them. So we got these two companies. So when we installed these lights, people in Banjul was making the comparison. And they definitely love the lights that Omar Bidik provided.
Did you subject this to a competitive process?
To?
A competitive process.
No, I told you there was nothing like bidding or whatsoever.
Why?
For that, I would say at that time, maybe we were trying to find out the best lights for Banjul and
The best.
the good lights, the best lights that can definitely.
That is why you do not follow.
No. I didn't say that. That's why we didn't follow the process.
Follow.
No, because what happened was I think we were working with NAWEC at the time, trying to repair the existing lights.
Why did you not follow procurement process? Is the question. Not who you were working with.
No, there was no procurement process
Why?
at the time. No, that's a difficult thing to answer, definitely, because we just took the samples from them, and after looking at the samples, we were definitely.
We as in who?
The council, that's the management itself.
Who was involved in this? How was Omar Budip identified?
How was he identified? I told you, I know him from NAWEC.
From NAWEC?
NAWEC, yes, we were working with NAWEC at that time, and now people told me that he has good lights for
Yes.
with they have already installed, and I have seen
He
the
was paid 1.2 million, and he said there's a balance of $320,000.
300.
$20,000
No, he made a mistake. It's 339,000.
is the balance.
Yeah.
Why would there be a balance of $339,000?
Yeah, because we took some lights from him, and it was not all paid.
Why was it not paid?
At some point, I had a problem with the mayor, together with the internal auditor,
What kind of?
because we were taking supply from him. I think we first took 2. Then later we went and took back 8, making it 10.
Yes.
So we put them along the same line, most road.
Right.
People everywhere were talking about Banjul lighting. So we no wait, let me come down.
Buddy, he's talking about the work you people do.
No, let me come down. No, you have already not followed the due process. Fine.
Anybody who's talking about the work you people do would have been misinformed. See, would have been seriously misinformed. The EU project, the $3 million euros you guys have received.
No, it's not in the EU project. This is purely Banjul City Council.
Projects.
Because this is purely Banjul City Council. It's not part of the EU project.
Okay, right. For all those projects,
This was budgeted in our yeah.
so for all those projects involving including the projects you guys would embark on your own, you go to Banjul. You work in BCC. You yourself, you're not satisfied with the level of contribution you guys have done with respect to the monies you collect by way of tax and the monies that are readily available.
No.
You would not even be satisfied. Is that not the case? Is that not the case?
No, I didn't get you well.
You didn't get me well.
No. So can you come?
These projects were not duly executed. The money that is involved compared to the work that is done for most of the projects you guys have.
No, not in the case of these lightings.
No?
No.
You disagree with that?
I disagree totally.
You have satisfactory output.
Yes,
results.
Yeah, because these lights, I know when they were put on, and still now they are on. They have a guarantee of 5 years.
For what amount?
At $12,000 per light.
Which is very cheap.
Which in which the contractor would have to install. He will provide the lights and all the other material that is involved, together with his workforce, together with.
So it's a very reasonable amount.
For me, yes, definitely.
Sorry. Mr. Touray, I just want clarification on that. Is it 12 or 20,000?
No, 12,000 per night.
For Mr. Omar? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, for Mr. Omar.
the documents are here. I have them all here.
It's a question, Mr.
Yes, I just want.
It's 12,000 per unit.
That is minus the work. That's the fixing.
It's all included.
It's all included.
The labor,
The cost of the light itself.
the truck is come with
Yes.
the fueling, the cables, everything together with his workforce. Everything included.
Okay,
That's the cost per.
Clarity I want.
Yeah, that's the cost per light.
Thank you. Continue.
Yes.
I have the documents here.
Yes. It's just a question, Mr.
Yeah.
Touray, and you have clarified.
Yeah.
Is that not the case?
Yeah.
Now, you paid $12,000. Was that the best price in the market?
Well, there are other lights in the market that you can get, but not of the same quality, and they may cost less. And they may
best price.
They may cost. No, he alone has that quality here.
He has the.
He alone has that. He's the sole provider for that quality. Yeah, I'm told by the people who work with him, Dabanani, Nawek, so many people.
Are you an expert in procurement?
Not in procurement as an expert,
But you were doing the procurement.
but I have also no. This is not like procurement. I told you. We brought samples first. There was nothing paying initially.
It's procurement.
Yeah, I understand.
Regular procurement.
I understand. It's a fine. Yeah.
We are procurement. It's irregular, but it's procurement. Why would you engage in this procurement? You have no. You talk about market surveys. You had a market survey for the price of this LED lights with the necessary technical specification.
Yeah, we have a market survey. That was why we were able to identify all these companies.
Where is evidence of the market survey?
Where is?
The evidence of the market survey.
It's not something written. It's something that we have to visit their site and know what they have.
Evidence of visit.
I was not alone.
It's the evidence of your visit.
No, we have not taken any documentary evidence or photos or whatsoever, but we went there and took samples from them. Some of them who were able to produce samples.
Mr. Touray, you are engaged in several procurement activities.
Yeah. So because I have been in the contract committee from 2008 up to date.
I mean, in your individual capacity. I'm not saying as a member of the contract committee.
No.
In the contract committee. I'm saying in your individual capacity.
No.
You conducted this procurement. We had discussed the rest, the others before the break.
No, those two projects. I agree.
I'm saying you have engaged in several projects.
That's what I'm saying. It's virtual. No, that is a project designed to be carried out in that manner.
No, the project would not design that you, Mr. Touray, will be doing the procurement.
No, it's the department that they said, and I am the head of the department.
Say the department will be handling money and doing the procurement. The law requires that there is a procedure for procurement. Is it true or false?
Council, maybe you may not understand me, but what I'm telling you, I was in council for quite a long time, and I have been working with people that we are taking using Impress, and that at that time to procure materials, which we were doing works along the highway and the I-22.
No.
And so many other areas in Banjul. No, wait, we used to buy even stocks of cements and everything, storage stored in our store.
So these are Impress.
So these were all Impress that we normally take and go and buy cement, go and buy sand, go and buy other materials, and put them down there to do works.
So this Impress.
So it was not that I started to know.
I say you started.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Sit down.
I agree. That's why when you said it was not right, it's not correct, I said I agree.
But that doesn't mean because you said I agree once for the rest we would not discuss it.
No, so we have to
Discuss it.
Yeah.
So Mr. Pudding felt that the balance was supposed to be paid, it was not paid. He felt he was frustrated, and at some point he just gave up.
Well, that's what I said.
Was the money withdrawn?
Which money?
The balance. The 300.
No, it's not still paid, because what happened is when we started fixing the lights, I think he first submitted supplied 10.
Right.
That was fixed. Then later I was told that he should bring another 50.
Right.
That one also, I think it was paid and it was installed. So he brought another 50 again.
Correct.
I think that makes it about 110.
Yes.
Then later he brought another 30.
Yes.
I think that 30, it is that 30 that we have balance of payment that is supposed to be done. Because the amount that was paid in that 30 units was, I think, about 79,000. So if you subtract 79,000 from 414,000, so it will be around 339,000. Yeah.
So you were explaining you even had a problem with the marriage.
Yes.
What kind of problem?
Yeah, because during the process, when we fixed this light and I think everybody was happy with the lights in Banjul, and we were progressing. So
Said everybody was happy. Did you speak to everyone?
no, absolutely. I have to say that because everybody was happy also in Banjul. The lights are very good. I understood that. No, people were saying it, and I definitely. So when I was making follow-up for his payment, no, sorry, some people were saying that.
Exactly.
When I was making follow-up for his payment, I think he wanted to have some more lightings to be installed. When the Omar Bidik said, I need to work on his payment, I went to the mayor, I started telling her, and it was bringing otherwise.
Kind of otherwise.
No, saying that the man has to continue supplying. Pay him on what? I said, no, already what is, then we can continue. You can go back and get some more. I spoke to Omar Bidik. It's not going to happen. In fact, he said he has no light anymore. That was what brought the problem.
So the issue of not paying the Omar Budip is because of the issue.
So the mayor decided to be together with the internal auditor to get the same lights from Dakar. Told them this light are not available in Dakar. This light comes directly from China to Omar Bidik.
So did they bring those lights?
Yeah, to Dakar.
Who? The mayor's
And the internal auditor and the finance director, Mamadou Kamara, Abdullah Kor, J. Kor, the mayor.
They bought these lights from Dakar.
They bought this light from Dakar.
But
I think the protocol officer of the mayor that went, Margaret Samba.
The contracts committee did not discuss this, no?
No. I was in that meeting.
How many lights? Do you recall?
I don't know whether 30 was the lights.
How did council pay? Do you know?
It was Margaret who went money, I think.
How much do you recall? How much was?
No, unless we find out from the documents. I don't know how much because I was totally not in agreement with buying these lights from Dakar.
Yes.
And even when I was told to join Margaret to go to Dakar, I said no, I'm not going.
Paul Silva, I think the other name is Braham Silva.
But yes.
Braham?
But,
You recall Braham?
no, I know. But the name company.
Yes.
Yeah, the boy is called Baram, yes.
Yes. A contract was given to him. How was he identified?
I think we had a meeting about this. This was the EU project.
Okay.
Under the city limit.
Right.
And we were interested in having those toilets rehabilitated and the bicycle area repairs room rehabilitated. So during the meeting, I think he was identified by, is it Mr. Joe? I think, Usman Joe.
Yes.
So later, the toilets. Then he brought a quotation.
Okay. Now, he at some point gave you guys money.
Gave?
You Katim Touray? Teacher, do you know teacher?
Teacher Joe, yes.
Yeah, Job. For you people to share about $40,000.
No.
No what?
Not me.
But
Then she just said it, not me.
you said he's a contractor.
No, I can swear back to the Holy Quran. Not me.
You never received it from.
No, from Bara. I used to work with his father. I know his father very well. Then I know Bara. No, we don't have that connection, me and Bara.
Actually,
No.
call him, right? For the first contract. It's the case. Did you not call him?
No, I didn't respond him. No.
What was he communicating with in this?
I think it was Mr. Joe or Mr. Jones or this guy. I don't know.
But what he mentioned? And teacher.
Yeah, I was always in the works.
Yes.
I was always in the
And
works.
so he gave you guys money for you to share.
I couldn't remember that. No.
There was a construction of a burn wound treatment center at the children's wing.
Yeah, that one also I was supervising.
You're not?
I was supervising.
Who was the contract?
The technician at the RTA.
How was the technician contracted? You know?
It was the RVTH board that identified him to be given the job.
They identified their own staff
Yes.
to be given contract.
Yeah, it's working within the RVTH.
Okay.
It's their technical body.
All right. We have your statement for the 2nd of October 2023. Is it joke? 2nd October 2023.
Yeah.
Do you have it with you? The copy? You paid You withdrew an amount of $270,000 for the hiring of a bulldozer from AMCC Enterprise. Do you recall this, sir?
AMCC 3.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I can remember, yeah.
At some point as well, there was a withdrawal of $12,900 in 2021. The version of it is BV 113 for payments made to NDMA. You also have a withdrawal of $294,455. You said it's for the fence of the abattoir. You have for that amount. Did you retire?
Which one?
The $294,455.
Council, there's no impress that I have taken that I have not retired. I have retired all impress.
Your statement reads, however, I can remember not retiring the impress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have already retired the impress.
Just read your statement again. You can read your statement on page 3 with respect to the fencing of the abattoir.
Which statement is that? The first one?
The 2nd of October 2023.
Yeah.
Yes.
That page, which paragraph?
Start paragraph. With regards to the withdrawal of 200.
Oh, with regards to the withdrawal of 200,000, 200,000 and 994,450
Right.
$1,000. Yeah, this was money spent for the fencing of the abattoir,
Yes.
which was used for the purchase of welding materials.
So retired?
Yeah, so.
You would ask you to produce the retirements. $12,900 for the NDMA officials. Was that retirement as well?
$12,000?
$900.
Yeah, there was, because that one is not money that I take away. As they work, sundry vouchers are attached to it and give and payment is made immediately.
$270,000 for AMC, as you say.
That one also was retired.
Okay, you will need that. So you had a bulldozer.
Sorry, give me the amount again. NDMA
12,900.
12,900. Then AMCC
$270,000.
270,000.
Right. Where those funds retired?
Yeah, so
How did who hired the bulldozer from AMC? Is that you? Was that you?
the hiring of the bulldozer.
Yes.
Now what happened is I think there was an issue of our vehicles getting access into the dump site. So we decided to identify contractors that can do the job.
Yes.
So I think AMCC was identified. He came to the site. I think Lankaramo also was identified. Then Tarek was also called. So they went and looked at it together with the management. I was there myself, the CEO.
Yes.
Was it the procurement officer too? And the finance director.
Yes.
So I took pictures of the existing ground. So when they brought in quotations, I think AMCC was given the job to do.
That's how you
Looking,
how AMC was.
looking at.
Normal process.
No, these are emergency proposals, not the normal process. Not the normal. Because waste is inside the city, it cannot be collected. Dumping cannot be done on the site. we have a problem.
When did you get a notice?
When?
When did you get the notice? The issue of dump sites is never an emergency because you guys have notice of the problems of the dump site every single time.
No,
Don't abuse the word
no,
emergency.
no. Sometimes we get notice early. Sometimes it is not at all.
What was the emergency nature of that?
You know, these dump sites are not fenced.
Yes.
They are not secured.
Who was supposed to fence?
And no, the council.
So why did you not fence the dump site?
No, at that time, council cannot fence that area. So they cannot fence the site.
Right.
Because of funds.
Funds.
Yeah.
You guys should not complain of funds.
No.
You collect revenue every single day.
I am telling you, so many years we have been providing budget estimate for the fencing of that area. I think from 2003, 2005, 2006, 2000, over.
What is the amount you allocated for defenses? Which amount can you remember?
Even those amounts cannot even fence them. They are in the budget. I cannot remember all. And we did submitted some proposals to Austin at that time within the city league to have that area fenced.
You were funds. That is the reality. You were not following procurement regulations. So the monies that you guys had with you were being abused.
But nothing was done at that time.
What do you mean it was done at the time?
We proposed for fencing, but no fencing was done.
But
the monies were used somewhere else.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were mismanaged.
No, I can't say they were mismanaged.
If you don't follow procurement rules, what would you say? The idea of having rules is to make sure you save the best possible.
No, these were only budgeted for. There was no procurement at all.
I'm not saying
there
was money allocated and spent on the fence. I'm saying you can't achieve that because you are mismanaging the funds of council. Where you are supposed to do diligence, follow the requirements of the law, do a proper competitive bid to have the best price, value for money, achieve value for money, and so you waste public funds. For all these contractors you were hiring, with saying that you had an impress because it was emergency, you were paying far more than you were supposed to pay, and people were benefiting. That's just the reasonable suspicion.
No,
of course,
no,
of course.
I disagree.
Then why not follow the rules?
No, I disagree.
Then why not follow, you can disagree, so it's okay. But why not follow the rules then? It's not like as if you don't know.
No, not that we didn't know. But some of these things come at a time when definitely you were under pressure. Not so.
The law has requirements for
so that's the truth. Because the time that this AMC was taken to the side, trucks were loaded with waste for more than a week. They are starting.
You have a
they couldn't get into the
dump site manager.
Dump site manager just recently.
You should have people that are working in.
We should have it at that time.
Information to know the problems that are. We all know the problems.
No, it was already laborers that were posted there. So there was nothing like a manager before.
You create problems, and you feed on them. That is the issue. So they feed on them. That's the issue. So the issue of funds, there is, if you are to have money in your possession, you should follow the guidelines as per the financial manual. And that is not done. You have permitted to get. Is that not the case? Yep. So you end up spending, okay, you can disagree, I have no problem with that. You end up spending more money than you're supposed to in one way or the other. And that is what
that is the case, definitely sometimes. Because the time you are supposed to do it, if it is not done at that time, definitely you have to spend more and what you are supposed to spend.
More money, and also you open the floodgate for corruption.
No, I don't know about corruption.
Exactly. You may say nobody will say they are corrupt, but if you don't follow the rules, you open the floodgate for corruption.
No, so maybe you may not understand me, but
I don't have to understand it.
Definitely.
I
am not into those kind of segment.
So today,
definitely.
No, I'm sure. You cannot sit down here with the position you occupy, not a very minor position, the position you occupy.
That is what you may think. Definitely.
I know.
But no.
That's the evidence.
Which evidence?
The evidence is that you had flouted the rules on numerous occasions.
That's possible, definitely.
That's
because I am not the only one. I am not the one making this one alone.
I agree.
Yeah. So
that's not few people at that level had been constantly flouting all the rules.
Sometimes I definitely work under pressure. If I am told that some of this thing has to be done ASAP, the only way I could do to make sure that
If you overpay if you overpay AMCC enterprise, how would anyone know?
no,
Know what?
these machines are all over. What Tariq will charge you is almost equivalent to what AMCC will charge you. It's just a little difference.
It's your oral evidence. So where are the invoices to show that you have compared with, where are the contracts?
They are all attached. They are all attached there.
Committee meetings.
They are all attached.
You have contract committee meetings.
Yes, they are all attached. Yes.
This
Yes.
AMCC. So what is payment made to you?
Only on-site landscaping.
Why was payment made to you in your name? Are you the contract?
No, reason being,
Yes.
I can explain that very well.
Go ahead.
Because I have got several instances where these people are made to work.
Where?
Where these people are made to work.
Yes.
They will finish their work and they will make it full up to their monies,
Yes.
running up and down just like Omar Bidik,
Yes.
and monies will not be paid.
Okay.
So me also, I have somewhere to stand and say, if I don't get the money in hand, I will not bring a contract because I had problems. I had Omar Bidik there. He said he has followed me, frustrated, and you asked him whether I asked him to give him money. No, that's not the case.
So today is neither the contractor nor the area council.
No,
You are neither the contractor nor the area council.
but I was the guy responsible at that time.
You are not responsible to also deliver payment. It's for the area council. You say you're an employee. You're an employee of the council.
Yeah, employee of the council given responsibility to make sure that those works are done.
So here we are. You have received money, and we need to say retirement because we don't even know whether there's something that happened behind closed doors.
You can engage AMCC.
Bring the retirement.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can engage him before even that.
We can what?
Engage AMCC. He has his technical team. AMCC as the manager is there.
Just show you a voucher. We have a voucher, $400 is paid to you. Katim Touray. It says cash impress for the hiring of a shovel. And they give you cash impress of $400,000. Who does that? Who does that? Normal.
This were all works to be done in various areas.
There's a process for this.
I could remember that very well.
There is a
That there were indiscriminate dumping in all over around Tobacco Road, Box Bar, so many areas.
normal.
Yeah,
$400,000 is in your hand and make effect payments.
But council, I have accepted that. I said when I got engaged with the external auditors, when they took me through, I understand. I should not have done that. I agree with that.
Forget about me. This is you giving your evidence. You see, the reason why I am bringing all this is because I had told you you were engaged in several procurement, which were very irregular. Your name had been mentioned when it comes to BC. You, Bacheli, the mayoress, time and again.
But
I think you guys own the area council.
remember also the person I host.
No,
So many works are passing through me too.
not the position.
So,
It's because of your
so I'm
activities.
engaged in so many things.
It's because of your activities, your unlawful activities. The three of you, and together with the director of finance. It's reality. Say it.
No, me, I will not definitely. I will not definitely call it on
Offices as it. The reality.
Definitely. My
Not resort to the financial manual. Tell me why.
I think I'm very clear here. I told you I was not making reference to the financial manual. My
That's not the question.
No.
Why will you not resort to the financial manual? The three or four of you, director of finance, you the director of planning and development, the mayoress, the CEO Bacheli. Why would you not adhere to the regulation?
But we have not done anything that is not discussed also at the contract committee level,
Yeah,
at council level. We have not done anything on procurement that is not discussed at the contract committee level or at the general council level.
look, even if you have a meeting at the contract committee level, you cannot have $400,000 in your possession. That's not normal, Mr. Today.
Yes, I agree. That's
Parents cannot be having money in her possession anyhow. That's not normal. Deciding who you pay, who you not pay, who you will not pay. You yourself, you had said that even some of the contracts they were imposition by the mayors.
No, that's a different situation.
It's the same. It's procurement.
That's a different
It's
situation.
procurement, my friend. We are just talking about procurement.
I agree the process is procurement, but the situations are not the same.
There is one. There is no same situation in what they have in common is the money involved, the public funds that are involved, and the money they are to be expended is just one. If the law is follow the manual, follow the law, follow the act. You know what is really the problem? All of you people knew that what you were doing was wrong. You knew it. All of you people were aware that you were flouting the rules. It's a different ballgame if you had no idea. You knew these things. But you were too powerful, all of you people, based on your individual interest. That's the reality, my friend. You say it.
No, for me, definitely, I don't see that way.
Let me give you this voucher, $400,000 paid to you by way of impress. It says cash impress for the hiring of a shovel and 2 trucks for the clearing of illegal dump sites within Banjul.
Yeah, I've seen that with investigators.
You see, you now see it from the chief investigator. Do you understand? So just see the voucher, and you can reply to any question that has been asked. Yes, you recognize the voucher,
I know.
right?
Yes.
Where was it paid to you?
That's what I'm saying. I was supposed to carry out some works within the areas that are listed here.
What procurement method was given to you?
What?
Procurement method did you adopt?
There was no procurement method. We just collected quotations.
So how sure are we that you did not have a kickback?
You may think of that, but for me, I definitely knew that. No, let me calm down. I definitely know between me and God.
You think
I said it here, but you will not agree. I have nothing to do with these guys. What I was interested was to make sure that this is clear.
you genuinely think I want to sit down here and want to think that wish that you
No, you may not agree, but that's the reality on the ground.
say is what I'm saying. I wish that you were doing the right thing. You understand? And I would want to believe that there were no foul play done.
No, definitely.
Say I would want to believe that. Why will I wish you back? You were the one who was there, not me. But the question now is for you to provide the evidence because you have rules, laid down rules as to what you should do.
Yeah, I'll look for the retirement.
You guys did not do that. You guys took $400,000.
But
Where is evidence of payment to the contract?
I could see here this leaflets were returned completely. So some papers may be missing.
Mr. Touray, you see, this is the problem. You don't do what you are supposed to do. You're not coming here saying leaflets were detached.
It's very clear here.
What was
Because I fully remember retiring this impress at all, completely.
it's retirement? It's the least problem. Because you can even come and retire something that's very convincing. The problem is do things the right way in the first place.
Yeah,
The problem is you, Mr. Touray, you should not be having this money in your possession in the first place.
consider agreed already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't be here and you have a cash flow. There should be a system. These are just vouchers. So if they are retirement, there should be interest ledger. Is that not the case? Do you know about that?
No, I didn't know about it.
There should be an interest ledger.
I didn't know.
And you have been given several interests. Before you are given the other one, there should be a proper retirement. It should be recorded in the interest ledger. Even if one paper is not there, the interest ledger will have the necessary information.
But then I told you, I have never taken another
The issue that you're trying to raise that there
This is not.
have been papers that have been detached. Just saying, even if we don't see the voucher, the idea that we know that you receive $400,000 alone is sufficient. All information can be traced in the other books of accounts.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
That's how it works. Go and ask your finance director. It works. Why would you have $400,000 in your pocket? Why? Is this your area council? It's not your institution.
No, it's not area council. I was assigned to do job.
The law says you pay directly to the supplier or the service provider. You cannot hold money. Is that not the case?
But I told you the reason. The reason was that these people were made to work. There are separate instances where they were made to work. No, late country. It's my concern definitely because when those people, I made those people to work and they are not paid, they always got me on telephone calls.
I is what you should really.
No,
Hear me out.
we have to be honest here. Somebody was responsible.
The area council will be responsible.
The area council who?
The area council is an institution.
It is an institution, but somebody is occupying that person too. If you are responding for the works.
If you have a contract with the area council, any supplier or principal, you have a contract with the area council. That's why you register. They know what to do. Can you make it as a matter of must that the area council must pay? Do you have those powers?
I didn't have that power.
Exactly.
But
a contract to a private individual for your own private business, then you can sanction payment. You are neither the finance director nor the CEO. You don't have those powers. You are not invested with payment powers.
Yeah, knowing very well that I don't have the powers to sanction payment. That's why I requested the money. And
benefit
having the money will make sure that when the guy is done with his work, it's paid directly.
It's the benefit that you guys have. That is why you are so particular about money. You receive money. It's the benefit that you guys have. All of you people. It's the benefit you have from this. That's why. That's the only reason.
No, it may be the different way.
You recognize those vouchers?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I'll give you one with respect to the purchase of mobile phones.
So what's the problem with this?
I will tell you very, very soon. Let me first have it admitted and we can discuss it.
Okay. But this one has a receipt already attached.
It has a
Receipt already attached.
meaning. What does that mean?
That it has been paid.
To
MJ Mobile.
who paid?
This was done by the procurement officer, not me.
Not you. You only raised the request.
I raised the request for my phone to be replaced.
Okay, we will discuss it. Just give me the. If you haven't made any payment, then you can just say you you didn't receive money. Is that not the case? You'll have your opportunity to. We apply, we turn the following vouchers. Only vouchers.
It was 10,000. Yeah.
10,000. That's the Canada.
Yeah, I'm going to take a couple of packages. Yeah, here's what it will do something for AMCs. Yeah. But then, Council,
Yes, sir.
my problem is some of all these documents, even the invoices are not even attached.
These are your documents. You can go back and.
But I cannot prepare requests when I don't have invoices at all. All invoices were attached. And when the time was done, receipts also were attached.
Yes, my point is you can always go back and discuss that with the finance department. But
Serious.
what you are highlighting is just one of the problems. We have we apply to tender a voucher to the number 210000759, the payment of $294,455 is to Katim Touray. Number 2100104, $27,000 is paid to Katim Touray. 2200466, the payment of $10,000 is paid to the witness. 2100138, $135,000 is paid to the witness. 2100442, $400,000 is paid to the witness. We have $15,000 is paid to MJ Mobile Tech. All to be admitted into evidence and marked as exhibit.
Six vouchers identified, and these vouchers are in the name of the witness, that is the payee's name, being Katim Touray. These six vouchers are admitted in a bundle together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/KT/008.
As the commission, please.
Six. Six.
Let me, oh, sure. Let me just ask you a question. Mr. Touray,
Yes, ma'am.
in your earlier evidence, you indicated that two contractors were identified, that is Ecofarm and Jalokolong Enterprise, for lots 1 to 4.
Yeah.
It's the projects
Yeah.
at the Crab Island site,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, what about MK Construction? Was it not part of the contractors that was also contracted?
MKA came later. That was when Jalokron defaulted.
Now, the exhibit LGC/BCC/KT/007, which are the reports that have been produced by Usman Hussein Job. These were reports produced in 2023. I think it's just one that is produced in 2022, April to May, and the rest are for December 2023, August to December 2023, and June 2023. Now, my question is, going through these reports, why was there publicity in the payment to different lots that were given to Jallo Kolong and Ecofarm? Going through this,
You said there is duplication?
there is duplicity.
No, I don't think so. Because ECHO was giving defensive when
I will give you this and show me, because
Well-
I see that in lots 1 to 4 there is the identification of what each of one is supposed to do,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you could see that D, F, G, and E.
yeah,
It's the same D, F, E, and G that is being done by another company.
that's what I'm saying. These were given to Jalokron in lot 3. But he couldn't do those works at that time.
Identify as at what time in this report that MK was given to do this. Because my understanding, I may be wrong, so that is why I want clarification, whether this was not given simultaneously when Jallo Kolong was given to do this work.
No, ma. Jalokron was terminated around.
Refer me to documents.
No, let me tell you.
Yes.
In the documents here, when
Please refer me, you as the development expert, and these reports were handed over to you. I presume that you read these reports,
yes,
and you can tell me at what point did you people contract MK Construction to do the same lot that was given to Jallo Kolong to do? Mr. Touray, we will give you time to look at that. Please note what I am asking you. Note the question.
it's just here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have it here. MK, I think he was contracted around the 14th of November 2023.
2023.
Yeah, when
Please refer me to the reports.
when Jalokron was already terminated. That is why in this report, you will not see Jalokron in this report at all. You will only see.
Where MK Construction is mentioned in the reports.
Yeah, that's it here. Even in the front page here. This is 3 and 4. This is MK Construction.
Can we see the document that contracted MK Construction?
Sorry.
Can we see the document that contracted MK Construction?
For lot 3?
Yes, you said MK replaced MK Construction replaced Jallo Kolong.
Yeah.
Where's the document?
That's what I'm trying to. One, two, three. First of all, last. Sure.
How many lots
Yeah,
were allotted to?
document is here.
Yes. Please provide us. How many lots were allotted to Jalokolo?
Two. Two.
Which ones were there?
Lot 3 and lot 4.
Please give it to me so that we admit it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's happening.
We applied to the contract agreement between BCC and MK Construction.
The contract between CityLink Banjul Ostend and MK Construction Company dated the 30th of March 2023 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit and it's marked as LGC/BCC/KT/009.
That's Commission President.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes, it's just for the vouchers we have admitted. So today we have an amount of $10,000 that was paid to you for um, refreshment, food, water, and other logistics for the team engaged in the installation of the late night system in the city of Banjul. Do we know what was purchased, all the retirements? Will you produce them?
Yeah, I'll ask the procurement officer because he went to buy those things for me.
$135 paid to you.
I was busy on site. He went to buy those things from Alibaba, I think, for me first.
$135 paid to you for as cash interest for the hiring of bulldozer for dredging and landscaping of mile 2 west. You wrote the request. It reads request for impress for the hire of bulldozers for the dredging and landscaping of mile 2 west dumping site as part of the council's general management of upkeep of the mile 2 west dumping site is to ensure that the site is prepared during the rainy season. A proper dredging and landscaping is done that will facilitate the smooth movement in and out of the site without any difficulty for our waste collection trucks. After a site visit and consultation with the Clean City Services overseer, I was made to understand that our new trucks has already started having difficulty in accessing the deeper part of the dump site. And as a result, a lot of waste collected daily is dumped just at the entrance, if not dredged, they will not be able to have space after a week. This has prompted the immediate need to hire the service of a bulldozer, a heavy duty that can properly dredge and create a good landscape for easy access into the sites. I hereby request for an impress of $450,000 for the hiring of a bulldozer. D8 type, $50,000 per day for a period of 9 days. You see, this is what we have. Do you have what informed you of the uh, amount you asked?
The
$50,000 per day.
the cost per day of the bulldozer.
What method of procurement did you use?
No, I told you these are all things that we got requests from the overseer, and we went on site to look at the situation. I took pictures.
Yes.
Then we come back and have a management meeting.
Right.
Then I am asked to identify these people to come over
Yeah,
site.
the price. How did you come up with the price?
Each of them has its own price.
Yes, but how do we know? We know some will give it out for $35,000, some for 30, some for 25,
Yeah.
with $50,000.
And that is how we selected them. Not I just went there and pick this guy and bring him. No.
You just went that?
There and pick him and bring him. No. We made a phone call to them to come to the site. I think they were actually.
Where are the invoices?
That's what I just told you. I'm not seeking any attachment onto them.
I'm not supposed to break it, my friend. It's not your job.
What did was this?
It's not your job. 2021 December.
No, I was working with the procurement officer.
You were?
Working with the procurement officer.
You were employed as a procurement officer?
Working with the procurement officer.
What's your letter?
Which?
Your letter is deploying you to the procurement department.
No, I'm not saying I was the procurement officer. I was working with him, I said.
Instructing you to work with the procurement department officer.
No, it's the management that assigned so much together. No, there was no letter for that.
Mr. Touray.
Definitely.
Mr. Touray told you you were engaged in several procurement activities.
Yeah, Council, I agree.
And that is not correct. That's fraudulent.
No, it may not be. But henceforth, I
You wrote requesting for the impress. The CEO approved. Fraudulent activity.
No, that's
So fully well what the law says regarding this. What do you want to say?
No, I told you that at that time, this department was under me, and I have definitely, a request has to come from me, definitely.
What has to come from you?
The request of this works has to come.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
talking about the request.
Sure.
Talking about payments made in your name.
Yeah, I think that we already discussed that and exhausted, I believe.
It's what?
Already discussed and exhausted, I believe.
It's already discussed and exhausted.
Yeah, that.
Then what? What was already discussed and exhausted? The money to appeal to your name and that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Where did the money go to?
To who? People that made that did the job.
How do we know that?
There were documentation attached to
Where are the documentation?
I couldn't see them now, definitely.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
I don't know what took them out of it.
You don't?
I don't know what took them out of the request.
Come again?
I don't know what removed them from the request. The receipts and invoices that were attached to those documents. None of them is having any attachment.
We are talking about one thing, you're talking about the other. The first issue is you, Mr. Touray, you are supposed to stop where your term of reference stops. Number one. Number two, now that you have gone beyond your job to make money your business, you are supposed to do it the right way. There are different types of procurement. We wanted you adopt. You said no, you did not adopt any method. The law says you must adopt one method, and it has to be approved. The contract committee must sit over it. You flout all those rules. Now money is given to you. Is that not the case? Money was given to you. Now have you been paid the money as per the market value? The answer is no. You don't have evidence of market survey. Correct?
No, we have.
Where's the evidence of market survey?
So that's what I'm telling you. Maybe it's not documented, but we have. This.
See, if it was.
No, these companies are all over here.
No.
All we do is to make sure that we call them and know. Bring them on site.
Do you know that?
I know it's a requirement.
Exactly. And it is documented. Do you know that?
I know.
Why must it be documented? Why can't you just draw skate plans in your on top of your head? They have to document. You're dealing with an institution, my friend. Is that not the case?
No, maybe at that time we couldn't do that, but I wasn't alone in the process. I was there with some other people, some other
Clauses regarding minor works, like it says, even for the ones you are doing, it says minor works as per the financial manual. This will be the amount payable for repairs and maintenances of buildings, vehicles, and other equipments for the other minor works you are doing. So that the procurement of such services should follow GPPPA Act and its rules and regulations. The works or services to be done should be well certified and approval of the CEO obtained before any contract can be entered into by country. As soon as the work or service contracted has been concluded, or where the work is to be done in stages, at the completion of each stage, the director of planning and development, this is where you come in, this is where you should stop. That's your job. The director of planning and development should certify that the work has been successfully done by issuing certificate of stage or final completion. Have you been doing this?
Yes, anytime we finish works,
Have you been doing it, Mr. Tulu?
yes, we have been doing
You have issued all these people either a state completion certificate or job completion certificate. You have done this.
You may call it certificate, you may call it progress report, because whenever they are going to pay their finance payment, we prepare a progress report.
Yes, a progress
report
different from a certificate.
And photos are attached.
It's different from a certificate. Have you been doing this?
Yeah, I've been giving some certificate, not all of them. Yeah, not all of them. Yeah.
Few.
Not all of them.
Few.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, not all of them.
No, few. Agree with the few.
That's what I said, not all of them.
Already answered, we move on. So you can't even do your job. You are busy collecting money, which is not your job. You can't do your job well. You did not do your job well. Your job is to supervise. Your job is to observe. Your job is to oversee. Your job is to make sure things have been done right. Stop there, my friend. It's as simple as that. You have no business with money.
But Council, I told you here that the reason why I get involved into collecting money is because tools have been used to do works and their payment is becoming a problem. So that's I'm responsible. So
yes, you are responsible. No, you're responsible.
So I cannot run around for single payment all the time, every time.
Nobody asks
for work that has already been completed.
That is the job CEO and the director of finance.
No.
You denied it.
They have not been doing it.
That's not.
And they will always come to me.
Mr. Touray, is it your job to effect payment?
That's what I'm saying. It's not my job to effect payment.
Is it your job?
It's not my job to effect payment.
Good. Stick to your job.
So
simple. You are only interested because it's money, my friend.
No, definitely.
Say no as you want. So that's what the law says. And it says when the authority of payment has been received from the CEO, a payment voucher giving full details of the work done or service rendered will be prepared by the finance staff and processed in the usual way. Do you know what the usual way is? To pay the service provider. Okay. You see, we all live in Bangalore here. We all know how it works. All of us, we know how it works. It's time to correct the system. We all know how it works. You have been saying that you can hold the Quran and swear. You cannot say. You know what you cannot say? That you have never had a dollar from any contractor, even by way of, even if you don't ask, but they will be giving you, that you cannot swear.
You think so?
You cannot.
Give it to me also.
Swear that you have never had a dollar from anyone?
I will.
So now, this month, this $1,500 is on the side. We have $27,000 payment made to you for disbursement of cash in press allocated for the cleaning and clearing of the drainage system. By the way, did Lankaramo finish this job? If it is Lankaramo, this dressing of the dump site, was this done?
Is it dressing or composite drain? I think it's composite drain.
Dredging and landscaping. They want $35,000.
Yeah, it was completed.
Do you have the certificate?
For land. No, I don't think. I think it's the progress report that was written.
Forget the progress report. That's for you. Do you have the certificate? You don't have the certificate. So how would we even know it was done?
No, we took pictures before and after. Attached to the
Before and after.
yeah.
Pictures is not what is required. It's not what is required. We do what is required. $27,000 is for cleaning and clearing of the drainage system at Combo Street.
Yeah.
Again, request raised from Councillor Mahmoud Sisi. Payments made to Katim Touray. Do we know where the work is done?
Yes.
It's another conspiracy, just have money?
No, it was done. I was
Where
there.
is the evidence, my friend?
I just looked at that. I saw it is only one picture attached. And the pictures attached to that voucher was more than 10.
Let me show you one thing. Just hold this picture.
So I don't know how those tricks were removed.
Don't worry. Just hold this picture so that we will put each of the picture to rest. You seem to be relying on it a bit. When was the picture taken?
This was before the works.
No. As per the picture, when was it taken? Date.
No, it's this side the phone. Maybe
You had told me there's a picture attached. Now, when was the picture taken?
maybe it didn't appear here, but if you look at the phone,
If
the phone.
just to say where,
Now what I'm saying is, if inside the phone,
do you have?
any day you take pictures, dates are
I'm
there.
talking about the picture that you have attached. Do we have a date?
No, this one didn't have a date.
We don't have a date.
No.
So we don't know whether it was taken a year before or a year after.
No, what happened is, look at the picture.
Going by
No, look at the picture. It is so many pictures been printed in one sheet.
right.
So automatically it might be excluded.
That's not my point. My point is picture alone doesn't give us enough information to know the place, the exact place, the time, the date. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
Good. You see, that was why when the law says do this, do it that way.
Yeah.
Don't do it your way. Because your way is not the recommended way. People still sat down, decided that this is the best way for accountability. And you decided no, you have your phone. You use your phone instead. We have Mr. $294,455 for Impress for the procurement of welding materials for the perimeter fencing of the new abattoir. The money was paid to you.
That was already noted. It's already noted.
It's already
Noted.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it was discussed. It's already noted here.
Okay, I haven't discussed the voucher as it is.
Okay.
It was discussed as per general statement. The request was raised by you. Request for Impress for the procurement of the well materials. You have the item 44mm rods, the quantity, the unit cost, and the total cost. You workmanship $85,000. Yes, round total $594,405. How did you arrive at these figures?
By taking the market cost.
Where is the evidence of the market cost?
That is what was used to make the budget.
Where is the evidence of the market survey, the market cost?
No, that's what I'm saying. That was we contacted the
Where is the evidence? It's the question, Sir Today. See, it should be easier.
No, it's not written at all.
Where is the evidence? I have it or I don't have it. Do you have it?
That's the budget attached to
Do you have the evidence of the market survey?
That's the budget attached to it.
No. Do you have the evidence of the market survey?
Yeah, it should be there.
It should be where?
I provide it.
Okay. All right. So now these prices could be wrong. There could be an overpricing. Or you yourself may even genuinely
Overpriced.
yes. By either you doing it intentionally or you have been misinformed.
No.
Is there a chance that you are misinformed? That
No.
you have
No, because I don't assign anybody to do that for me. I always make sure I go to build there myself or I go to Batimat myself and make sure I get
Who said you are trusted? Who said you are trusted? Zaturi. Who said that if you do it yourself, then there's no problem? Who said that?
No, you may not trust me.
But we don't have to trust you.
But I definitely know that I will not overprice because I know the area is not too big for people.
Your job again.
It's easy for people to justify things.
There should be a process for this.
Yeah, I understand.
And you flouted the process. And you are given more than $500,000.
No,
And you come up with 4 figures that could be fictitious.
no, this was all under the same project that was being implemented.
That is what I'm telling you.
No, that is it.
What I'm telling you is if you disregard procurement process, you cannot justify the figures. True or false? True or false?
But then,
If you disregard procurement process or regulation, you can't justify the figures. Is it a true or false statement?
no, I understand that's the correct
True
position.
or false statement?
But procurement also, we have,
it's a statement not true. You can't justify it because you disregard the process.
no, it may be.
It may be true.
It may be.
All right.
It may be not.
No. If
Definitely.
it is not true, say it's not true.
Yeah, because there are instances that I have seen procurement officers also doing the same thing that you are talking of.
Let us limit ourselves.
Procurement officers also doing this thing that they will give you cost that you will definitely, when you go and verify, you know that it's inflated.
Yes, that's why you do it by yourself, so you will have the money for yourself because you have seen them do it. I did not say the procurement officers are holier than thou. I never said that. I said, but at least it is their job to do it.
Agreed.
Yes, and so therefore they will be held accountable. But you left another department, come to procurement department, was conducting procurement, receiving money, and you can't account for it.
No, there is no money that I receive that is not accounted for.
We are waiting for
these welding materials were purchased, the railings were manufactured, even the remaining railings could be found at the welding workshop presently.
The law requires that you must conform with procurement regulations.
Yeah, it's the method that's the
method is flawed.
The materials
because the intention is to open the floodgates for fraudulent activities. You don't disregard the methods intentional, in good faith.
Mr. Touray, is it not the same abattoir that had some serious problems after the rain?
Yeah, that is it.
And how much did you expend in repairing it again? What was the total sum involved?
In the
As impress given to you to repair it, how much was it?
No, I was not given impress to repair. It was recontracted to.
That was a new contract, right?
Yeah, Mohammed Sose.
Yes. So how much was that contract sum?
I don't know where it's
Please.
980 or, but I can provide it.
Yes, please note it and you provide us.
Yeah, I can provide. I can provide.
I have two more. We have discussed the $400,000. So one more. The $15,000. I think this was a request you raised for a mobile phone, correct?
Wait, now you
said a request for a mobile phone. The voucher 213000122
for the purchase of a phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
$15,000.
Yeah, that was procured by the procurement officer, Mr. Keta.
Okay. I will reserve my comments for the CEO. Probably you have the right to just request, but it's been granted. Maybe the CEO can tell us whether it is in the budget.
No, yeah, because my phone got spoiled during the works.
Yeah. I'm assuming you may not know whether it's in the budget or not.
Well, I did ask the procurement officer before, and he told me it's budgeted for.
Okay. Where would you ask the procurement officer?
So I made my request.
Where would you ask the procurement officer? Why? You never ask the procurement officer for anything. Why would you?
Council, I told you definitely, maybe it was the way this documentation were done also, but I have been working with the procurement officers quite a long time, definitely, especially Mr. Keta.
Mr. Touray.
Yes.
I just want a clarification on your statement. For the statement dated the 16th of June, 2023, at page 3, under the list of development projects from May 2018 to January 2023, that is on paragraph 3, where you indicated that the council embarked upon road construction, pavement, interlocking pavement blocks, which sum total was 39,406,103.08.
Yes.
And Is this one and the same contract with the guy construction?
No, it's different roads.
So you also did road construction.
Yes, we have done some road control about.
Please provide us with evidence of that road construction you've done. As the development director,
Okay.
please write it down. You also said that there is the construction of the Youths for Excellence
Yeah.
at the sum of 23,414,645.
Yes.
Yes, and you said that it is yet to be completed.
No, at that time, but it's now completed.
Please provide us with the certificate of completion for this and evidence of completion of this and the payments.
Yeah, for certificate of completion, unless I try to contact Commons, because it was a delegated contract.
Sorry?
It was a delegated contract to Commons.
It is
A delegated
contract.
contract to Commons, yeah.
But you as the project beneficiary, if the project is completed and a certificate of completion is issued, you as the director of planning, are you not supposed to have a copy?
No, I have not been given copies. What we do normally,
Are you supposed to request for a copy if the project is completed?
no, what we normally do is we make the site visit together.
Are you supposed to maintain a certificate of completion at your office
Yeah, it should be,
for
but we have not been requesting for that, definitely.
you have requested?
No, when we
Please request and let us have a copy of
Okay,
this,
okay, all right.
together with also the main office building, which is at a cost of 833,705.
Okay.
Please provide us with those documents. Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
The last issue today.
Yeah.
The last issue for the day is a communication you've received from the Lord Mayoress.
Come again, communication?
You received from BCC, from the office of the Mayoress, Roy Malik Law. She signed the letter. And addressed to the Director of Finance. It reads, refund of $895,000 is to council. It reads, I have reliably learned that a withdrawal of $895,000 has been withdrawn from the car power payment of $3 million deposit at the Trust Bank and has been given to Mr. Katim Touray, who is the planning director of council for the fencing of the abattoir at the Albert Market. The impression given is that this payment was made to Mr. Touray in accordance with the BOQ, the bill of quantity, and that the said amount was given as interest. I am alarmed by the nature of this transaction, by the fact that such an amount cannot be termed as interest, taking into consideration that it has to do with procurement. The process did not go through due process and was not vetted by internal audit. I am also alarmed that the auditor did not bring it before my attention. In light of this, I am calling for the amount to be refunded immediately to finance and a proof of that be forwarded to my office. I also deem it proper for the finance manager to, in future, advise council on such irregular payments, which I find contrary to council's financial policy. You received this notification?
Yes, I have.
And the mayor was raising the issue of an impress given to you of an $895,000 impress.
Yes, I will. I'll give documents. Let me explain. I'll give you documents.
Yes.
I have them here.
You have what?
I have the documents here.
Okay.
But let me explain first.
Go ahead.
This was a request made at a time when prices of goods were skyrocketing.
Yes.
You will wake up a day, they will tell you cement is from 280 to 285, from 285 to 300, from 300 to something like that.
Right.
So I made a request to make sure that we buy all this material and stock them on site to have defense completed.
Right.
So I haven't done that, I think maybe around midday of that very day. I was told by the finance manager, Ibrahim, that your request is at the internal audit.
Yes.
So I went to Abdullah J. Court to find out.
Right.
Then he told me, I just arrived from work and I will look at it after. When actually that was not the right thing. He has already signed all the other documents except that one. So making follow up to him until around 3 o'clock when it was almost about closing time. He switched off his phone, not wanting to respond for me to reach him. On the whole, I didn't know that was going to happen between him and the mayor. So I think that was the time when I went back to the CEO, and the CEO told the finance manager to go and prepare the check for me to receive the money so that we can buy the materials. So after receiving the monies, on my way coming to come, I passed through Batima to make payments when they were already about to close. I said, let me go until tomorrow. But I passed through the cement provider, the road, the other roads. I paid all those things before reaching home. So on the following day, that was the time I think he wrote this letter.
Yes.
That internal auditor has informed him that I have been given this money and it's not in line with whatsoever.
Right.
So I went to the CEO and explained to him that I have already made some payment. But what he told me was we were doing it to make sure that materials are in place before prices are escalated. So
You informed the CEO.
yes,
So the CEO was not aware.
he was
Not aware.
he was aware. He signed everything.
So what was there to explain?
No, I went to tell him that
To remind him.
no, to inform him that the Lord Mayor has called me yesterday.
Okay.
That he's told that I went away with this money. I said no, I didn't go away with this money. I was trying to buy materials to make sure that this work is carried out.
Okay.
So, but what if the internal auditor told her, I don't know.
So what did the CEO tell you?
So the Lord Mayor said I should stop the procurement until she comes. That time she traveled.
Okay.
So when she came, I think that's the time she wrote that letter
Yes.
that the money should be refunded.
Yes.
I went back to those people that I paid the money to because I did not collect the material at that time to make sure that I retrieve, I get back those monies and go and pay it back to the account and wrote a letter, reply letter to him, to her, attach all the payment.
Letter here, you said
Yes,
23rd of May 2020. The reference is made from the letter written to you by the Lord Mayor of Banjul, dated the 13th of May 2020. Copied to the Chief Executive Officer, down audit and file requesting you to inform the Director of Planning, Mr. Katim Touray, to refund the interest of $895,000. $895,385.35 for the construction of abattoir perimeter fences withdrawn from the car power payment of $3 million deposited at the trust fund. According to her worship, the impression given to her is that this payment was made to Mr. Touray without going through the due process. And then she is alarmed by the fact that such an amount cannot term as an interest. Attached is the two payments receipts transactions equivalent to the interest that was received from the Director of Finance for the construction of the abattoir perimeter fencing at Albert Market. I am looking forward to receiving a written letter from you that would provide me with the evidence that the Lord Mayor is aware of the payment made to the bank for the refund of the interest received. Yes. Now, what baffles me, what the issue here has been interesting. The mayor herself is saying that the manner in which the impress was approved was even wrong. That this amount is too much. for procurement without following due process. You agree with that?
No, that was her saying only.
No, it's true.
No, I will not agree with that.
Why do you agree with it? How can you justify this as an interest? That is a true statement. The issue is it's not a genuine statement because she herself has been doing the same thing.
She has?
Been doing the same thing. Having impressed of huge sums of money.
That is why I said impresses of even more than that has been.
Yes, but I'm just saying, I'm just trying to tell you that if it is done by X, you people at the senior management, one will realize that it's not normal. Yeah, so all of you do it, and it's not normal. That's my point.
But
My point is the mayor herself, the CEO, Mr. Bachelin, you have been using the issue of impress. I have told you this. So the statement here is correct, just not coming from the right writer, the right source.
No, council, for me, I will not say that we were ambitious. For me, at that time, because prices were rising so much that I definitely, no,
You are custodian of finances.
I agree.
Council
I agree, but I was the one also implementing this project too, and I need a resource.
supposed to be given that amount of money to go and be doing procurement. You have to agree to that. You have to agree to that.
But that's yes, agree. The process was wrong, but I ended up paying the money.
You see, I am not saying you did not pay the money.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you and show you how you guys have been conducting procurement at that level. All of you people. So that it was even alarming for the mayoress, very alarming, for her to know that you have been paid more than $800,000 by way of impress, devoid of procurement procedures. It was alarming. And the reason why you had to go and collect those monies because you knew it was wrong. You knew that. What you guys were doing, you, the CEO, and the finance director was totally wrong. That was why you reversed it. Is that not the case?
No, no, I definitely should not agree with that. My problem was
Believe that you should be having money this kind.
this is not money for me to spend on my own thing.
I'm asking
No,
that question.
it wasn't
Did the financial manual allow you to
because.
this kind?
But I told you earlier that I have not definitely been going by the financial manual. I have already said that
That's it.
very clearly. But also working on this project, also seeing prices of materials going up every day, day by day. So we decided to say,
Not your call.
fine,
Not your call.
fine.
It does not me. God says that's not for you to decide.
Mr. Touray,
So the results are here.
Mr. Touray,
Yeah.
We have this. Yeah.
um, Mr. Touray, I believe that if we listen to one another, we will understand. And the spirit of this commission is to identify where the mistakes have. Let me go back on what
No, I'm getting you now. I agree there is real mistakes that is done, definitely.
the mistakes have been identified. It is it is it is it is just onerous to admit the fact that it is wrong. Because even if prices are going up, you should not take it upon yourself to circumvent the rising prices because it's not your making.
I agree.
Let me just finish. And because this is taxpayers' money, one, and these are projects you have signed with people. So if there are discrepancies in the prices, you as the director of planning, you have the authority to make further requisition to say, as a result of X, Y, Z,
Yeah.
this is what has happened.
Yeah.
And it will not even come from you. It will come from the service provider to you, telling you that I signed the contract, but this is what has happened. Maybe you delayed in paying them,
True, yeah.
and that delay has occasioned the prices to go up, contrary to the contract price, and they are incurring losses. And this is why you sign agreement.
True.
But for most time, you do these transactions verbally, so you cannot hold them accountable. And this is why you made the mistake of taking the money and preempting price increase, which is wrong. This is all what council is trying to put across to you.
Okay.
That it should not work like that.
Okay.
These are institutions. When you leave tomorrow, somebody is going to come after you. And the wrong notion that people have in the councils are that they are not under any control, which is absolutely false and wrong because the law is very clear. And people are going with misguided conception that they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it, which is wrong and is criminal. Because for any person that is holding public office, you should be able to accept the fact that you could be audited one way or the other.
Sure.
And you accept that in good faith because you took up that office and you must be able to accept that.
Yeah. So agree.
So please.
Agree.
Agree. Yes, Council, proceed.
So that's all for. So today we will wait for the documents that he is to provide.
Thank you so much, Mr. Touray.
Yeah.
We have a lot of vouchers and documents that you will deal with when you come back. So please provide us with what you've been requested to provide. That is the retirements and all the documents we have asked you to provide. Please provide them by Monday because Thursday I need to understand that it is public holiday. That is 1st of May.
Yeah, I'll go on site. Whichever ones I
Yes.
have.
So please provide them to Monday,
Yeah.
and we will give you time to come back. Thank you so much. And we may rise.